I want to talk about a meeting we saw really stunning images come out of the Vatican over the weekend because the last time that President Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, met, it was fireworks in the White House, a late February meeting there. This weekend, they were at the Pope's funeral and they were sitting almost knee to knee across from each other by themselves at the Vatican. I mean, talk to us about that stunning image, what that meeting meant, and the impact that that meeting has on ceasefire negotiations.
It really was a stunning image. I completely agree with you, Brittany. And I had to zoom in because at first, when the images surfaced online, I wasn't even sure. I mean, nowadays, you don't even know what's AI generated and what's real, right? It just looked so stunning to me. But the meeting indeed was very significant in terms of signaling at least some limited diplomatic flexibility. So Zelensky's overtures to Trump positioned Ukraine as open to concessions and progress in a way, which was essentially helpful for Ukraine's diplomatic posture. But that said, this did not necessarily grant Kyiv greater leverage with Washington, as President Trump appears to be focused on achieving a broader deal with Russia aimed toward a U.S.-Russia normalization, and he believes that he can hold more leverage over Ukraine in negotiations. You and I have talked in the past about how there's essentially two sets of talks that we are watching in real time. There's U.S.-Russia normalization talks, and then U.S. negotiations on the ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. So at times the two do diverge, but there are times when there is no overlap at all. So that is very interesting to me that in particular, this meeting was very important for U.S.-Ukraine relations, I think. But in terms of any major concessions that we may have seen vis-a-vis a possible ceasefire, it takes, in most cases, two to tango. But in this case, it's going to take three to tango because just like we cannot forget Ukraine when we talk about a ceasefire or ceasefire negotiations, in this case, we also cannot forget that the important element here is Russia. And I would argue, Brittany, that actually Russia is going to probably be the most important element here in terms of a durable ceasefire, because until Vladimir Putin is ready to really come to the negotiating table and really roll up the sleeves and talk about something that can be done in a tangible, durable manner, there really can be no truce as a long-term solution, let alone a peace settlement.